Welcome to the Western Bracket edition of this Tom Greene NHL Spectacular with Nick Gosen. Don't forget it's with Nick Gosen. Red Wing Fan 1340, follow him. So, we've gone through the Eastern first round. Let's go through the Western first round here. The Anaheim Ducks,
Yes.
who quietly under the radar have gotten north of 110 points. Same
Very
with
good
basically the rest of the 100 plus point teams in the West.
Yep.
And of course, check out the Fox Sports West girls. My God. Against the Dallas Stars.
This guy.
I told you, buddy, I got no filter.
I know that button. Go off button.
Against the Stars. I think I'll start with this one too.
Okay.
This is basically the series that is not really much of a surprise who wins this one. Although Dallas has had a great year, and had Detroit not moved to the East,
You probably wouldn't be in the show right now. That's for sure.
it would be close.
Yeah.
It would be very close. I think you would have seen a great last two games between those two teams instead of Detroit having already clinched, which thank God they did.
Yeah, no kidding.
So this could have been Anaheim and Detroit had the Wings not moved east.
I would have liked that personally, but
Yeah. And this could have gone either way. But since Detroit's now in the East, I think Anaheim wins this in 5.
Yep, I have the same exact thing. I don't see Dallas being able to keep up.
Sorry, Timmy.
Yeah, and Kari.
Yeah.
Kari Letton too.
They might need Mike Modano to win this series too.
I don't know about Mike Badano now, but
Yeah, his jersey's now up in the rafters, just like Nick
that's very
Lidstrom's.
true. That was shortly after Lidstrom's, I think.
Mm-hmm. Childhood is done now. Childhood ruined. San Jose against the Kings.
Again.
And I gotta ask,
Again.
when do they not meet in the playoffs?
It's always interesting. I know that much,
Mhm.
but I mean,
It's always that series that is it's great, but it goes under the radar because it's the Western Conference, and we are Eastern people.
yes.
And America is now starting to become westernized, at least on the sports front.
Yeah.
Keep it out east, people! I can't stay up until 2 a.m. every night. I have working class in the morning.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad Detroit moved. That's for sure.
Yes. We only had like 5 of those 10 o'clock games instead of 40, which was nice.
Yes.
I think he's basically laughed the whole time we've done this segment of the show.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think so.
But this one will be another good chapter in this rivalry.
Yeah.
Joe Thornton, Thomas Hertel, and the underlying under the radar San Jose Sharks, which I believe they got north of 110, did they?
I don't know.
They were around the one.
Yeah, they were around that mark.
They were around the 110 mark.
Yeah, I don't know
against the
off top of my head.
Kings, who I don't think they got 100 points, but it seemed like they were very capable of a 100 point team.
They never really do that in the regular season. They usually
Yeah.
save it for the playoffs.
Which I have them winning another playoff series in 6.
Oh, you
this
did
time.
have LA winning this series.
I did.
Okay, all right. I had LA winning it too. I have LA in 7.
I had a tough time picking this series,
Yeah.
but I decided, you know what, the Kings really turning on in the playoffs. I think they do it again this series.
San Jose started the season so well too, and then they lost Hertel to surgery, and then I don't know. It's tough. If Thornton could get away from that playoff choker label, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's always going to be there, him and Marlowe.
Yep. This thing, Thomas Hertel is our age, and he scored 4 goals in 1 game.
He's a very good player. He just kind of came out of nowhere. He wasn't really one of those highly touted prospects, but he's came out.
And we're both working at grocery stores.
Yeah. Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
But hey, we're starting at least.
Yes.
Anyway, to the other side of the bracket, the Colorado Avalanche.
Welcome back, right?
In Patrick Waugh's first year. No, his name's not Roy. I know it's Patrick, but it's not Roy. My God, are you dumb?
Who called him Roy?
I don't know, this kid in the audience over here. It's Waugh! Some people.
You're scaring the audience, Tom.
Oh, well.
Our audience.
Yeah, audience. Against the Minnesota Wild.
Yep.
And it's kind of wild that they're back in the playoffs once again, and not the 8th seed. And not the 8th seed either.
Yes.
Because they got in last year.
Yes.
And then
Chicago
they
just
faced
kind
the
of
Blackhawks.
Chicago just kind of bowled them over, but I still don't see them having much of a shot in this playoff series. I really don't.
I have Colorado winning in 6.
Me too. That's pretty.
So
right,
I guess they have a
pretty
farmer's
similar
chance.
stuff. I mean, yeah.
They have a farmer's chance, but we won't think that Patrick
They're
Watt is
inexperienced,
just
though.
good.
That's
That's their inexperience. They got Parise and whatnot.
Minnesota's trying to build their team just around wingers. They have no center depth whatsoever, but Pominville, Parise, and come on.
And plus, you got the FS North girls.
Oh,
to
jeez.
support them. You knew I couldn't go without mentioning.
Yeah, that was written down somewhere. You were playing.
Yeah.
How long were you planning to say that one? Quite a while, I imagine.
Years, I know. But anyway, I've got the Avs winning this one in 6.
Yep.
St. Louis against Chicago, which
Feels like that should be the Western Conference final match.
Yes,
But it's the first
yes.
rounder.
Which this one's really hard to pick. I mean, the Blues, they've been jamming to their soft jazz until the last game, of course, where they sang the Blues against
It was
Detroit
meaningless to
Red
them,
Wings.
though, really. I mean,
True, to both teams, pretty
Yeah.
much. But still, we won the game. That's what matters.
Yep.
This one could go either way. In the preseason, I picked the Blackhawks, and I picked a rematch
Yeah.
for the finals, and I think at least this series, it's still possible to happen.
Yeah, no doubt.
I picked the Hawks to win in 7.
I have the Hawks in 6. I mean, honestly, I thought St. Louis was, they have the potential, obviously, but Ryan Miller has not played well down the stretch. They started off so well, but they've kind of faltered. But Chicago, they've played a lot of games the last 2 years, too. I mean, between last year's playoff run, the Olympics, this year, I mean, they've got to be a tired team. I know the Red Wings kind of went through that, too, when they were in their heyday in 08 and 09, but, I mean, I think they'll beat St. Louis in this case.
Yeah. Which is another year where St. Louis has a great season, but then again, they would just falter in round 1. Just remember, nothing's worse than being a Mets fan. Opening day, and here's the first pitch, and the season's over. So anyway, we will get to the...
I don't know where the Mets fallen.
But still, the playoffs are starting, and they're done. So we'll get to the conference semifinal matchups. In part 4, I believe it is, of the Tom Greene NHL Spectacular with Nick Gosen. It's good, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Very good.
Because it's the cup.